And it's because you talk like the way you do, you say the things you do, and you have this radical left-wing ideology. So if you want to continue that rhetoric, go on, brother. Keep doing it. We'll keep destroying you in elections.
Sure.
Before we get started, take a second to support the channel. Tap like, share this video, and make sure you're subscribed. Staying informed takes attention, and awareness is something we can't afford to lose. Get comfortable, grab whatever helps you stay focused, and give this your full attention. Every part of this story matters. I encourage you to watch all the way through, because once we reach the end, we'll break it down together and continue the discussion in the comments. This is one you'll want to hear in full.
Recognizes Mr. Crane from Arizona.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Governor Walz, you stated in your opening statement the following: but nothing Minnesota has done stands in the way of federal government managing its border security policy.
Okay.
Governor, I want to ask you, why are you lying to this committee?
I am not.
Who's the top law enforcement officer in the state of Minnesota?
The top law enforcement officer? Yep. Attorney General.
Yeah, that's right. What's his name? What's his name?
Are you asking me, do you know his name?
Do you know his name? Do you know his name?
I know the AG Ellison.
This is an article right here I'd like to submit for the record. Minnesota AG says will not enforce federal immigration laws as DOJ threatens to prosecute officials who resist.
Without objection to ordered.
Why are you lying to this committee? That is the top law enforcement officer in your state who's saying he will not comply with the federal government.
Nothing in his opinion changes the fact that state law requires all state and county officials to ask for immigration status when a convicted felon.
No, I'm sorry, Governor. He is saying he will not comply with federal laws. That's your top law enforcement officer. You're lying and misrepresenting yourself to this committee. Now I want to ask you this. Do you think in that line of questioning, free health care, food assistance, free college tuition, driver's licenses, and cash assistance, do you think that that's helping or hurting this government manage its border security and policies?
Well, Minnesota ranks first in health care. We rank third in safety on our roads.
Let me answer that for you. Okay. It's actually hurting because what you've created
safer and more prosperous.
You've created a state that is now a magnet that is drawing illegals
There's no sanctuary law in Minnesota, Congress.
I know you guys haven't put it that way on the books, but your state has everything, every element in it that is consistent with the sanctuary state.
That's
Moving
incorrect.
on, Mr. Walz. How about you calling ICE agents modern-day Gestapo? That also stands. Do you think that helps our federal government carry out its law enforcement?
I think best practices in law enforcement by identifying who you are, identifying the vehicles, and making sure everyone has due process helps our law enforcement. I think covering your faces.
So you think that helps calling our law enforcement agents that? What does ICE stand for, Governor? Immigration, Custom Enforcement, right? These are the guys that are tasked with enforcing immigration, federal immigration laws?
That's right. That's their job. It's not the state's job.
So you think that calling them Gestapo is helping? You're not standing in the way. None of the messaging, none of the rhetoric is standing in the way of this administration doing what they've been tasked to do. Is that what you're saying?
I think what would help them is to follow due process, and when they do these missions, do the things that we expect of law enforcement.
How about when you went on Anderson Cooper, Governor Walz, and you said, how high is this wall? If it's 25 feet, then I'll invest in a 30-foot ladder factory. Do you think that helps our federal government carry out its law enforcement, its border security and policy operations?
When did I say that?
You went on Anderson Cooper and said that. Do you not remember saying that? Because you've said so many outlandish things that you can't even keep track of them?
The point being is...
The clip is there for everybody. It's there for all Americans. If you guys want to go watch it, it's an easy Google. All right, Governor, you recently went on Gavin Newsom's podcast. You stated in regards to MAGA voters, I scare them a little bit, which is why they spend so much time on me. No, I'm serious because they know I can fix a truck. That's your direct quote. You also said on the show, I think I could kick most of their asses. I want to be very clear with you, Governor. You do scare us a bit. But it's not because you can fix a truck or change a tire. It's actually because of your radical left-wing agenda. You supported putting tampons in boys' bathrooms. You advocated for the disarming of Americans of their Second Amendment rights. You're pro-sanctuary city, as we have uncovered here today. You claim there is no guarantee to free speech when it comes to misinformation and hate speech. That right there is why the American people have such a hard time with you. It's not because we're crazy MAGA people. It's because of your radical left-wing agenda. I want to ask you on that last one where you claim there's no guarantee to free speech. Did you pick that up on one of your 30 trips to communist China, Governor? That sounds a lot like something that they would do. Yes or no?
So I don't believe hate speech has a place in there. Hate speech that incites violence.
Governor Walz, you said that Kamala Harris picked you for vice president to code talk to white guys. How did that work out for this administration? How well did you do with white guys?
I don't have the data.
You lost by 22 points to white guys. And it's because you talk like the way you do, you say the things you do, and you have this radical left-wing ideology. So if you want to continue that rhetoric, go on, brother. Keep doing it. We'll keep destroying you in elections.
And
Thank you, and I yield back.
The people of Minnesota will continue to have me serve them.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more. We're going to win so much. I love you. Thank you. Thank you.
I've reported on politics for more than 2 decades, and moments like this explain why the country feels so divided right now. In a tense exchange, Congressman Crane directly challenges Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, voicing a concern many Americans already share. His point is straightforward. When a state provides public benefits to people who are not legally present, it sends a message that draws more unlawful crossings, whether leaders admit it or not. Crane goes further, pointing out that the state's top legal official has declined to fully cooperate with federal immigration enforcement. That matters, he argues, because when those in charge appear unwilling to uphold the law, the public takes notice and the problem grows. The governor responds by adjusting his wording and deflecting, but the core issue remains unchanged. The conversation then turns to rhetoric. Walz has previously used extreme language to describe federal immigration officers, a move critics say unfairly targets people doing a risky and demanding job. Crane questions how officers can effectively serve the public when political leaders portray them as enemies instead of public servants. He also highlights past comments from the governor that sounded more like political slogans than realistic policy ideas. To Crane, these remarks may energize a political base, but they do little to address real-world concerns facing communities, such as public safety, strained hospitals, crowded schools, and confusion over enforcement. Crane argues that this disconnect helps explain why many working-class voters are turning away from these policies. He insists it isn't driven by fear, but by frustration with leadership that, in their view, weakens the rule of law while offering lectures instead of solutions. He ends with a blunt political warning. Continue down this path, and voters will respond at the polls. Supporters of that view say Americans are exhausted by mixed messages and tired of being told disorder is the same as compassion. They question leaders who downplay border control while living behind security and barriers of their own. Now I want to hear from you. Do you see this exchange as strong leadership, or as a clear example of why many voters feel alienated? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you found this discussion valuable, like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss what comes next.